Bom dia, good morning from Portugal. And now we've just arrived in Faro International Airport, which is the main airport in Algarve. Algarve is one of the main tourist hotspots in Europe. It's one of the main tourist hotspots in the Iberian Peninsula. If you live in the UK, where would you go on holiday? Many of you would have answered Algarve if asked. And over there we could see the poster promoting tourism in Algarve. We're on the bus now. We're on bus route 16, leaving Faro Airport to the city centre, to the historic centre. And in the city centre, or historic city centre, we'll see old churches, including the one which they call the Chapel of the Bones. This city has been established or inhabited by human beings since 2,800 years ago. Then many nations conquered this part of Portugal, from the Phoenicians, the Romans, then the Arabs. The name Algarve is from Arabic. It's from Algarve, which means the west, because it was the westernmost point of the Islamic Empire, of the Umayyad state back then. Then after that, the Reconquista happened in the Iberian Peninsula, and the Christians gained Portugal back, which ended years of Muslim rule in the Iberian Peninsula in Portugal. That's why many place names in Algarve come from Arabic, including Albufeira, which is one of the towns we'll visit. The city of Faro gained city status in 1540, if I'm not mistaken. This is the coat of arms of the city of Faro. And there's an image of Mary, the mother of Jesus, because Portugal is a predominantly Roman Catholic country, and this is a historic church called a Igreja do Monte Carmo, or Igreja do Carmo, or Igreja Nossa Senhora do Monte Carmo. Over there, there's the bell. Now 2 bells. And over there we could see a statue of Paul and Peter, which are important figures in Christianity, important figures in the New Testament. This church building hosts the Chapel of the Bones, It's inside this building. Unfortunately, we couldn't go in yet because it's still closed. It will open again. It will reopen at 3 p.m. This historic church is a destination for spiritual tourism for Roman Catholics. But it's not that well known, unlike Fatima, which hosts a Marian apparition. This is not the historic centre of Faro, not quite. This is just a historic church from the 18th century. This historic church was built in 1713, if I'm not mistaken. Over there, it's a supermarket. And over there is a restaurant. We're still in the old city of Faro, which is the historic centre. This is a Japanese restaurant called Daiya, Flavors of the Rising Sun. This is another restaurant, a local Portuguese restaurant. It's closed. This is a gift shop called BLI. This is another gift shop, Espaço Lusitano. We'll never know. This is Portugal. Over there is a perfume shop. Yet again, another gift shop. A cafe. Over there is an arrow showing the direction to the house of Father Christmas. Casa do Pai Natal. It's December now. No wonder, it's windy. Over there we could see Christmas lights, the Star of Bethlehem. This is our hotel in the town of Albufeira, a town in the tourist hotspot zone of Algarve. And this is the facade of the hotel, SMY Santa Eulalia. We could see palm trees, banana trees. You never know. This is Portugal. It's a subtropical country. Not quite, but you can see tropical plants such as this one. Banana trees. We're now going to the city of Silves, and we're now on the bus. And this bus takes us to the Terminal Rodoviário, or the bus station. This is bus number 4, and from here we'll be connecting to 2 other buses. This is the view of the town of Albufeira, with subtropical plants such as palm trees. This is the Albufeira bus station, or as they call it in Portuguese, Terminal Rodoviário. There are many various buses here with various destinations across Algarve. And this is platform 8 this is the platform where we are going from. We're going to catch bus number 13 to Portimao, and we're going to stop at a small town called Pera. There are many places that we could go from here, including this one, which is Lagos, but not the one in Nigeria, but the one in Algarve, still part of Portugal. Let's wait and see what Lagos has to offer. We're on the bus number 13. This bus leads to Portimao and it stops at a small town called Pera. Then from Pera we'll go on another bus, which is bus number 31, towards Silves. And over there we could see a dolphin statue. There are warning signs everywhere here. A warning sign that all passengers must fasten his or her seatbelt. This is bus number 31, and this bus takes us to the city of Silves, which is where we're going now. We're going to see the old city and the castle, which is over 2,000 years old. And the castle is what makes Silves a tourist destination. And here I am inside Lidl. This Lidl is the branch in the city of Silves, one of the branches. Pineapples, mangoes, papayas. This fruit is called mangkudu in Indonesian, but I don't know how is it called in English. Oranges. These are pastry products. This is bacalhau or saltfish. Bread. Over there it's fresh fish, peixe fresco. Fruits and vegetables, frozen fish, pizza, cheese, more dairy products, snacks, yet again dairy products, frozen products, frozen vegetables. This is the old city of Silves. We could see the buildings, which are typical of the architecture of the Iberian Peninsula. Over there is a newspaper shop, a newsagent shop. These are historic lamp posts. Over there is a restaurant which serves pizza. These are people's houses. Over there is a kitchen of a restaurant, maybe. This is a shop selling ceramics. Over there it's a bar, and over there is a cat. This is part of the old city of Silves. These buildings look like the historic buildings in the city of Salvador in Brazil, because Brazil used to be a Portuguese colony. They also have buildings similar to the ones that we see here. The skies are clear, typical Iberian Peninsula weather. And over there, I think, is a pharmacy, because we could see, no, I think it's a clinic. I don't know. We could see the symbol of the Portuguese Red Cross, Cruz Vermelha Portuguesa. This is the path towards the Silves Castle. Over there we could see a church. Maybe it's the Igreja de Misericordia. These are people's houses, the houses of the residents of Silves. It looks like in Salvador, in the city of Salvador, which is in the Brazilian state of Bahia. But still, this is the original Portugal.
Turn left.
And from here, we will turn left to the castle. And this is the historic church. This church building is called Igreja de Misericordia, and over there is the, what is it? It's the archaeological museum. Over there are the houses of the inhabitants of Silves. These descriptions are about the historic church, which is called Igreja da Misericordia. This building, according to what I saw and what I read, was built during the 16th century. We could see the footsteps of many civilizations here in this city. This castle above me is 2,200 years old. This castle was built by some civilization who stepped foot on what is now called Portugal before the Romans came here. This castle was built before the Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms emerged in what is now called Indonesia. This castle was renovated by the Romans. Then after the Romans, it was renovated by the Arabs, because for centuries the Umayyad state, which was an Islamic state, they ruled the Iberian Peninsula. They ruled over parts of Spain and Portugal, and they made contributions. And the contributions include Arabic loanwords in Spanish and Portuguese, and the style of architecture. This is inside the Silves Castle, and over there we could see a local flag. I don't know what flag that is. Maybe it's the flag of the local town council. This castle, as I said before, was built during the pre-Roman era of Portugal. However, the first time that the name of this castle was mentioned, whatever it was when this part of the Iberian Peninsula was ruled by Muslims, by the Umayyads. The first person to mention this castle was Abu Bakr al-Razi, who was a polymath of Persian origin. And here we could see the architecture. It looks like something in Morocco. Over there we could see date palms, just like what we are familiar with. That is, what is it? These date palms are the same species as the date palms that we are familiar with as fruits grown in the Arab countries. And here on top of the castle is the gardens. I was wrong about this building. I just found out that this building is not the Igreja de Misericordia, but this big church building is the cathedral, Catedral de Silves. This building was built in 1189. That was during the Reconquista, which was when the Christians reconquered this part of Portugal. And this is the gate, and this is the description about the cathedral. Over there is a sign, Rua do Sagrado Coração de Maria. And over there is a residential zone. And this might be the entrance door to the cathedral. Yes, this is. I just found out. Yet again, I was wrong about this. I thought that this was the archaeological museum, but in fact, this is the collective exposition of images. These images are images of medieval life in this city. And here you could see people wearing Moorish dress. It's similar to today's Moroccan traditional dress. And here we could see a scene depicting the battle between the Moors and the Portuguese. And over there is a musical troupe of Gnawa music. That's Moroccan traditional music performed by black Africans. We're going inside the archaeological museum, and the museum, I think, is that big building. And let's see what's inside. This big building is the main part of the museum. Let's see what's inside. Unfortunately, we couldn't go inside the archaeological museum because we're in a hurry, as we have to catch the bus back to Albufeira, where our hotel is. And these houses in the old town of Silves are similar to the houses in the old city of Salvador. When I mean this resembles Salvador. Unfortunately, we couldn't get inside the archaeological museum because it's too late, as we have to catch the bus back to our hotel in Albufeira. When I say that these houses look like, not houses, structures look like the ones that we're aware of in the Brazilian city of Salvador, I mean the historic center of Salvador, the old city. We're on bus number 17 now. We're going back to the town of Albufeira, which is where our hotel is.